Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our second match of the playoffs. We got two teams that have everything to play for and everything to die for. We've got Tropics versus Swamp. Players from all different ends of time, old and new, looking to compete to not be dropped down into the loser's bracket to play against Savannah. My name is Razor, and I'll be taking you through this game. A game of quite a lot of importance between both of these teams. Tropics have been having an absolutely dastard season, while Swamp haven't had the start that you'd expect. Cheesemaster, he's been chasing the outside of third place. He's been looking to get away from that third place player stigma, but unfortunately he's done it in the opposite direction so far. Fifth, the lowest team in this entire cup. But now's his chance to possibly regain glory. But it's going to have to be off the back of this defense, as Sonokito already looking for an open opportunity. And it's 30 seconds in, and we've already got a goal. Swamp put it right into the back of the net. And all of a sudden, this game has fallen into the hands of Swamp. 1-0. Dropped the tree, the brand new goalkeeper for this Tropics side. Not showing out just yet, having a bit of a struggle as it is just bumped into the back of the net. But that is not the start that you want. Swamp, on the other hand, definitely not the result they expected either. Yui Kreese and Sonokito, both cup winners, both cup strikers from 2021, if I recall correctly, which I'm probably dead wrong, but it happens. Both looking for an opportunity to possibly capture yet another ring. Everyone on this team has won a cup, past or previous. I believe Kingston has as well. Yes, correct. Everyone on this team, a cup victor. Expecting greatness out of this lineup, but that is the opposite of what they have gotten. Fourth place. Not as down bad as Tropics have been, but still a lot to prove, especially when you have champions in the front. It has not been an easy cup for either of these teams, but it's time for them to recapture anything they possibly can. Momentum shifting now for Tropics. Cheesemaster looking to go for the a very similar shot that worked against Dropta, but it won't go in as Norable is there. Not sure what this is. I guess it's a throw-in. It looks like a save to me. Not too sure, but G-Lure. Ooh! Nearly capturing that ball. Egg. He's been on vacation these past few games. Has not showed up. Literally, not figuratively. He's literally been on vacation. But their midfielder now in position to score the first goal for Tropics. Sonokito, though. A wall. A defense play really keeps Swamped into this. Egg still has it, but the steal will force this to a corner. Ironically enough, for being a striker, Sonokito has pretty good defensive stats. Not the best, but it's not his job. A lot of strikers have been finding themselves in the top echelon of defensive stats in terms of blocks and steals. That's a good dime to Egg, but he's just so clamped at the moment, trying to get above everyone. Oh my god, Cheesemaster just walks it in! It's stolen over Norable's head, and it's good. A good representation of both of these play styles so far. Tropics off the accident there. Off the steal. Off of something that shouldn't have gone in. Puts it in anyway. Sonokito, though, looking to reflect. Yui Kreese now wants to recover, but stolen. So already 2 goals within the first 3 minutes. You shouldn't be shocked. 2 very offensive-heavy teams. But 2 teams that have a very similar playstyle. They stall out a lot on their attack. They try and make the perfect move. Whenever they go for a pass, it has to be solid. They don't go for those, aggressive, this needs to happen kind of plays. They take their time. And so far, the difference between some of these top teams and the bottom ones is they don't deliberate that long. Teams that take a lot of time to deliberate usually end up on the bad end of the stick because they just can't get a goal in before the team rotates back. Egg, a beautiful steal, though, will force Sonokito and Waldo back, as well as Kingston. The defense should certainly be here for Swamp, but still an open opportunity now. But again, look at how much time is being taken on this. A beautiful time there. Stolen off of Jeetlor, but I think he bumped it at the end, which means it is going to be a goal kick. Although, oh, that's almost dastardly. Kingston is available for that side shot, as has basically been his main form of strategy. Sonokito recovers the ball, has Waldo and Kingston both up. It's over to Waldo, but Jeetlor with the body block. Waldo trying to recover it, though. Jeetlor. He's going to force the rotation for all of these teams. Tropics are now going to be able to move up, and you've got Egg back to cherry pick, but Sonokito on top of Cheesemaster. The ball control on this man is crazy. But Egg, so far 2-0 against Kingston. His midfield counterpart, Jeetlor's open! Oh, the steal, though! What even just happened? Waldo makes the most accidental defensive play I think I've ever seen, but it works out. Cheesemaster still stolen off of Kingston, who cannot retain ball control at the moment. Egg has Jeetlor or the net to contend with here. It's stolen once again, though! Call this a trampoline park because there's so much padding around here. So much stat padding going on this defensive side of Swamp. But Sonokito, oh! Just tries to rocket it into the left side of the net. So far, a very quiet game for the Swamp attack in terms of this part of the half. Tropics have been making the best of any opportunity they can get, but I would say it's a 60-40 at this point. Swamp has still made the opportunity, the best of their opportunities here. Egg has out as well. This has been a good game for Egg in terms of passes as well. Midfielder really coming out and showing out and doing his job. TimeOut now gonna have to contest against Yui Crease. Egg is there, but Kingston masterminding that one. Now tries to get it over to Yui Crease, but that body block is gonna throw it right back into what I like to call the deep purple of the Tropics territory. TimeOut now has Jeetlor Cheese. Cheesemaster gets it. Not a lot of chances here, though. Over Sonokito, but it's right into the hands of Norablo. Another icon of the stat sheet at the moment is Norablo. The highest rated goalkeeper in this entire cup currently. If you ever get a glance, whether you're on the server or whether you're watching through the stream, on half times, whenever the cameraman zooms in on people, take a look at Norablo's jersey and just count how many stars there are, because it is ridiculous that there's a player that can have that much space on his jersey to fit 4 stars. The winningest player in BCS history, Mr. Norablo. Egg has testing his might though. Cannons it towards Norablo, who immediately recovers for that one. He's playing leapfrog with that boy. It's a swamp. It really is a swamp. Kingston now over to Yui Crease. They've drawn attention away from this Tropics big box. Yui Crease now looking for any opportunity. He looks for a diamond. It looks like that was a header off a Tropics player, which means a corner kick is in the works now for Swamp. Another opportunity to potentially put one in the back of the net. However, it's over and out. Good pass there, Jeetlor. Has 2 openings here. They were in the form of Egg and Cheesemaster, however. Sonokito. Kingston, unfortunately, in the air for that one. Is going to go off his body, but still have 4 people to pass to. Sorry, 3 people to pass to if you are Swamp. Sonokito over to Yui Crease. The dime is beautiful with the shot! Oh, it's a nightmare. A nightmare scenario, as that was probably one of the best opportunities Swamp is going to have this entire game of putting a ball in the back of the net. But unfortunately, it is not to be. Dime over to Jeetlor. Everyone is over them. G-Lord just now, he needs to look for an open pass, but no one's there. G-Lord had the setup, but everyone was back on the side of Tropics, and now this flips. A swamp. Kingston open as well. Waldo shoves it into no man's land. However, Kingston puts it into overdrive and manages to snag that ball away from Jeetlor. Uwe now receives that. Once again, a great opportunity here. A dime to Sono Keto is read by Cheesemaster. Uwe however, gets in front. Cheesemaster, what? Uwe didn't get that. Cheese just steals it, passes it over to Jeetlor, and now momentum is flipped, but unfortunately, most of these plays from Tropics have resulted in the ball going out, and this is just going to mean even more opportunities from the side of Swamp. But capitalization has been key for why this team is not succeeding. They have just gotten so many chances so far this game. Nothing has come of it. Sono Keto now contesting against Egg. However, there's 3 Tropics players back. It's a difficult ask to try and get this ball forward. But over the top of Cheesemaster, Sono Keto has it, only for a brief moment of time. As now 5 minutes remain in this half, and Tropics can now begin their advance. You have Egg to pass to. Jeetlor is also back. It's a dime over to Egg, but Kingston is there to respond. High on game sense is Kingston. He's been playing this for a while. Won back in I don't even remember. I'm going to say 2015 or 2016. He's got the brain for it, but does he have the brawn to push his team forward? Egg. Accidental right click. Waldo does not capitalize off of that. Uwe however, forms a wall with Sono Keto. Egg has been on top of the steal so far, though, not giving up, not allowing Uwe any options. However, Sono Keto is back. They're looking for that clearance, though. Jeetlor and Cheesemaster and Egg, all 3 on top of Kingston. Jeetlor now just needs to look for a chance. Kingston, though, responds in kind. It's a super header, but it goes nowhere. That will stop on the field, though, so it's going to have to be recovered here by Mr. Dropda, debuting. I don't know if he played in 2021. He might have played in 2021, but debuting this cup as the emergency fill-in because Chalkley can't make any games. Cheesemaster has Jeetlor and Egg to pass to. Again, it's this waiting game. Tropics they're looking for the perfect shot, but it's never going to come to them if they keep waiting. Something has to give here. But Sono Keto safely retrieves and safely returns the ball. And then safely dumps it out. Norbo there. But Sono Keto with a body block. Sono has Uwe to pass to right now, but it's a dastardly ask. I mean, you've got Dumb Matt and Jeetlor right on top. Sono Keto once again just looking for anything. Goes for the shot, but Dumb Matt's there. I mean, you just can't be doing that. Two minutes remain. No extra time added. Tropics going for what could be their last opportunity. It was almost a good pass there from Egg. Still manages to retrieve it. Kingston has not been able to solve the Egg. The Egg is scrambling on Kingston right now. A deviled egg, if you will. Pass to Cheesemaster, but it's back to Dumb Matt. Potentially just going back to Egg as well. Uwe and Kingston, however. Doesn't take much knowledge to read that one, and Tropics now lose their momentum. A minute 30 left, and Swamp can now respond. But it's just been a quiet game so far for both these teams. 1 goal to each. And we might end this half tied if Swamp can't pull out any of the strings, any of the stops. Uwe back to Sono Keto. This could be the chance that they get. Oh my gosh, it's a bomb! It's a... Wait, what? Oh. Is it on the top? I don't know what happened. I don't know. Tropics will challenge that. I don't know what just happened. That ball just went through the mirror dimension and came back like Doctor Strange. Like that was. I don't know what that was. It's a. I don't know what's going on. They're whistling, but I thought there was a challenge. I don't know what you're... okay. We're going to play on while they review. If that goes through, Tropics now looking to potentially equalize, though. Are you kidding me, Egg? Holy smokes. Egg is king. Egg got that dog in him. Look at him go. Possession has been so good, frighteningly good for this midfielder so far this game. However, Swamp, there's extra time. I don't... No, Egg, please be careful. Egg! Egg! Dude. What? They said no ET, then they added a minute, and then I don't know. Confusion on the field. The goal from Swamp is still being reviewed, so this has potential to just be a 2-2, unless Yui Kreese gets this fast break in between Dumbmat, trying to thread it into the back of the net, it's in! It's high octane at the end of this half, as Swamp now put up 4-2, and lead the game by 2. All within a minute's time frame. Whistle will be blown. Cheesemaster will snipe, and it will be saved. It's a confusing way to end a half, but it is a 4-2 at this very second in time, but we will never know, as the goal is still going to be reviewed. Potential for it to be 3-2 is still there, but regardless of which way you swing it, Tropics, like so many times before, throughout this entire cup, are on the back foot. It's not a good start from them. It's not a good look. It's not the start that you want from players like this that have seen greater times, that have seen greater pastures. From Drydas in Euro Cup to Cheesemaster placing third and practically everything. Even in Euro Cup, he got second. So all these players have seen better results, and they know what they are capable of. But at the moment, none of that has come out. Egg has had a good game so far, albeit he has had his slip-ups that have costed them dearly. But he recovers in kind with a goal or two and a nice dime. This has certainly been the cup for Egg, and he's really broken out. But again, the question is can Tropics go back to that former glory? Jeetlor has been infused into the cheese system for quite some time, looking for results. None has come his way. No star bound onto Jeetlor's jersey. Compared to Swamp, who are currently a galaxy of stars. Sonokito and Yui Kreese each share a star of their own. Same with Kingston and Waldo. There are 8 total stars on this cup. Half of them belonging to Noroblo, who has won in 2015, 2017, 2020, and I think it's 2018? No, it couldn't have been 20. Well, he wasn't on South Korea. It might have been 26. My memory is shoddy. But regardless of which way you swing it, that is a man with quite a lot of achievements. And a team with quite a lot of achievements. Now, Tropics, who have been looking for results, are they starbound? Are they going to challenge for this cup, or are they going to be a shy away team? That is a big question to ask, but still a very stacked team. You have Cheesemaster leading his team in stats. While he might have a 31% shot accuracy, he's still a shot at the net 54 times. The third most out of any player in this entire cup, right behind Mietzel and Vansky. And not far behind Mietzel, with only 5 shots difference. The difference between Cheesemaster and Mietzel obviously comes to the fact that Cheesemaster has not scored as many goals. 17 goals to his name, still the most on his team, and has still shown up as a prolific striker. I'm not sure. I think after today, Egg will have overtaken Jeetlor. I think Egg would be the second most scoring striker on his team, which is phenomenal. I mean, that's crazy coming from a midfielder. Jeetlor only scoring 1. It has been a very silent cup for Jeetlor. Not something you'd regularly see. Jeetlor is one of those players that never seems to age. His skill never gets, weaker. But this might just be a stale cup for him. In terms of goalkeepers, the unfortunate truth is that Tropics currently lead in stats for goalkeepers. Just at the very bottom of the stats. Not a lot of saves for these gentlemen in the back. Dropta having yet to find a save. Unfortunately for him. But hey, your first game is always going to be the one where you learn the most. So you just got to make the best of it. And there's still another half to be played. Now, no verdict has come out just yet on the results of the swap goal. So, we'll only have to wait and see. This could be a 3-2 game or a 4-2 game, but regardless of which way you put it, it is a swamp game. It is a swamp lead. Tropics have been on the back foot quite a lot. The underdogs of this cup, as they like to say. Got a lot to play for here. You can call yourself the best, but you got to prove it, unfortunately. Step 1 has been basically solidified, as Tropics tend to tell themselves they're the best team. Step 2 has not. There's been a lot of proving that needs to be done on the side of Tropics, and today's that day. It's either loser's bracket or onward and forward. In terms of recent cup results, the playoffs started off with a victory to Summit, who went 6-4 against Savannah. A very brutally close game up until that second half where Savannah just fell off pretty hard. Very, very sad game for the side of Savannah. But again, thanks to the losers bracket, they are not out. They still have a chance to play, and they'll play against whoever loses this game, either Swamp or Tropics. So potential is still there for any of these teams to make grand finals. However, you gotta ask yourself how possible that is. Still waiting on the AOK to get us into this game. I'm not sure if the refs are deliberating on how to handle this, because it is a pretty controversial shot, but it seems as though they have come up and made up their mind. We'll get you the verdict in like a second. Swansky types it out on his 1800s typewriter for some reason. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a Tropics fan, you'll be dying to hear this news. If you're a Swamp fan, turn your television off. The goal is considered a no goal, which spices up the game just a little bit more. We've got a 3-2. Swamp now only leading by 1 goal, as it was determined that that ball did not go in. Now, if you're wondering what we're talking about, it was a snipe at the back of the net. I think it was the third goal from Swamp. If you want to check on yourself and see if Vonsky's an absolute doo-doo head liar. But he bombs it from the big box, and it just, I don't know what happened. Yeah. That's my assumption. That's the Kyra's assumption here is dropped a head at it, which is what I was kind of thinking. I thought a player must have headed it over because it did look like it was in. But T-Bone mad and does not agree with that. I'm not sure what is going to happen. I don't think. Unless there's a way to challenge that. Swamp would like to move forward. I'd like to believe. Is they're ready to go into game number 2. I think we're gonna get in. I don't know. T-Bone is having he's rampaging right now. He has thrown everything off of his desk. He is breaking his monitor. But the captains are not challenging. Holy fish paste. Holy fish paste. They're not happy about it, that is for certain. As it seems. But they must move forward. Oh wait, Sona's not a captain. Is Sona not a captain? Oh, yeah, Team is a captain. Ball. Forgot about that. I'm not sure what we're waiting on. But if we do want to look back and kind of look at take a retrospect onto what this game has been so far. They're still talking. Just now wait on referee orders. I'm not sure. I think they're still talking about the goal, obviously. But as the wise words of I am the egg. Both sides will be pissed. So just go. Just move on. Just move on. But anyway, we will sit and wait until Cheesemaster turns 50 and drops dead. Norable at this point will have his 7th cup victory, and Bonsky will become the president of the United States. I really don't know how long this is going to take. But looking at this game, Tropics and Swamp both have been kind of etched into the same play style. They have been a very slow team, very slow pace, which is a little bit interesting considering how Swamp have such an aggressive overall play style. You have Sonokito and Yui who are just a very aggressive, striker duo. That they make your defense shake up a little bit. But then you have players like Kingston and Waldo who are a little bit more methodical. So it's a playstyle that doesn't really mesh too well, but we're still in, ladies and gentlemen. Second half has finally gone underway, as we've all turned so old by now. That messes up the block, but with Cheesemaster behind him, he's well able to go for these aggressive defensive plays. Cheesemaster right in between Kingston, megs him. The pass opportunity is immediately squandered as it's stolen by Sonokito, and Yui Kree's dime it just threads through everybody. The ball's just now bombed out, and it's going to be a goal kick. You have one of the oldest goalkeepers in the book versus one of the newest going up against each other. Very interesting dynamic to see. Yui Kree just floating! Oh my god! He's Vecna. Is Vecna's curse. They're just gonna stall. They could definitely go for a shot opportunity, but it is definitely a little bit risky and also quite the gamble as you only have 2 players up. But Waldo is gonna do his fair share of stalling as Yui Kree is doing the Mitsuki shuffle in midair. Quite an impressive feat. I got Kingston up. Very slow play as they look to try and get their teammate back. Cheesemaster now shifting possession. Tropics are not. They are not plus repping this one. They are going for the net. G-Lord's there. Right in between those. Sonokitos there for the steal. And Yui Kree is still like 3 feet in the air. So Tropics are going to go again. They're going to tackle this in a 5 versus 4. They do not care. They are playing to win. Cheese back over to G-Lord. The shot is saved! No row blow. He's got his work cut out for him, but you can't challenge the man. Mr. Too Many. Now Sonokito. They're going without their 4th, or without their 5th. They're just going for this one. Kingston recovers here. But it's stolen once again. Egg has been a nightmare. Kingston wets his bed sheets thinking about Egg. Sonokito, though, good steal. Calls time, but I don't think that's how that works. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's how that works. He threw it out and then he calls time. Oh, respect that, though. From Cheat Lords, it's a time. Yui Kreese has returned and... we're now back to a 5 versus 5. Ironically enough, though, Swamp didn't really have that much pressure. Well, actually, I disagree with my own self here. Swamp had a lot of pressure in towards that beginning, but they made it work as they kind of stalled out and they also managed to even get towards the net. And thanks to the guile of Norable, thanks to the absolute skill, the finesse on this man. He is able to save a goal opportunity. Tropics once again, however, will get the gears shifting. But Uikrease immediately puts a wrench in between that. Cheesemaster. Trying to drill this ball in. But Uikrease pretty much open here. Now contested by Cheesemaster. The contest won't work out, though. It's the time over to Sonokito there! But Dropta interrupts it for his first save of the cup. And keeps Tropics at their scoreline. Tries to bomb it, though. Right into center field. Sonokito's there to respond. Uikrease and Kingston are back. This is dangerous, but the rotation is here from Tropics. It's a pass over to Kingston! Oh, no! Oh, no! It was saved! It was saved, but he looked back and released. Dropta gets an own goal. Oof. And that is tragic. That was a good save. That was a beautiful save, even. But unfortunately, mistakes do happen. Tropics now 4-2. Cheesemaster, however, on the fast break already. Uikrease right on top, though. Tries to thread it over to Jeetlore. However, Dumbmat is there in kind to at least recover. Kingston clears it to no man's land. Cheesemaster is up right ahead of Dumbmat as well. A lot of opportunities to try and restart this attack, but it all fails off the steal from Kingston. Bombs it right over to Uikrease. Egg looking for that dime. Does not move from that position to try and drill it over towards his teammates, but it's no good. Now bombing it over Dumbmat here. Looking for that response, but it's stolen there. Dumbmat immediately recovers it. No fear from Matt on this defense. Knows what he's capable of and exploits it. But now Cheese has Egg in box. Cheese does have Egg in box, but Sonokito's right in the air. Now just bombs it over. It's above Uikrease. It's headed off of a Tropics player. Swamp now have the throw in. You've got Sonokito all the way back, but Dumbmat's going to be there for the body block. He misses it, though. Cheesemaster. Good positioning. Tropics defense looks solid as ever, but their offense has been slow. Swamp still controlling this game. And despite the scoreline, Tropics are a long ways away from staring at the victory screen. Sonokito, though, steals it off of Jeetlore. Has Uikrease to pass to. It's a bit of a weak one. Oh, the save from Dropta! Showing up in the second half here. Another shot. He's there! Dropta tree has arrived, baby. Tropics now looking to bounce back here. Pass to Cheesemaster is a beautiful pass from Drydes. But Cheese clamped by two players. Still very good at ball possession. Egg now looking for Jeetlore, but it's no good. Two players on this Swamp goalkeeper. Is not enough to stop him, though. You can see Kingston and Uikrease are back. That's a bomb over towards net. Dumbmat, however, he knows better. So does Cheese. Pass over to Jeetlore. It's a one-on-one. Jeetlore versus Waldo. No, the right click! Messes up his dribble and it gives Swamp time to rotate back, but that dive is beautiful. Cheesemaster now looking for the shot, but no robo. A beautiful save. Goalkeepers are highlighted this half. Has dropped a 2 saves so far, and no robo. That marks 2 as well. But Swamp immediately back on the re-aggression. Uicrease receives. But it is tossed aside. Corner kick. Egg, however. Now the man to pass up to. Just needs to dribble it here, but Sonokido is already there. Dimes it over. Cheesemaster! Waldo thought he had that and looks for the clear, at least goes for the steal and gets it. Tropics have been finding themselves in quite a dire strait here. There's a goal drought for them. There's an opportunity drought. But here's the chance for Cheesemaster and company to try and put it back. But the pendulum is swinging in the favor of Swamp. But for how long? As Tropics, G-Lore's up. And G-Lore is saved against by T-Bone. Clears a little bit wild, though. As Tropics immediately retrieve the ball. Cheesemaster looking for a pass. But the body block turns it into a corner. Defense has been stellar for Swamp. Not letting in a goal so far this half. And not letting in a goal in quite some time. Dumbat trying to kite away Sonokido. Sonokido a fast response. It's stolen out, which means it is going to be a throw in here for Swamp. Uicrease in the net. Goes in between G-Lore and Drydas. In on the crossbar, though! Uicrease, a second opportunity, is fading away from him. It's those short bursts of energy that have given Swamp their goals. They are not able to continue hucking away at this goal line. Tropics have this chance now, though. Looking for a shot, though. Waldo reads into that. Had a pass into Cheesemaster as well. That was completely open, but instead disregards that and goes for the shot. Tropics again. I mean, they've kited Uicrease and Kingston away. If Cheesemaster manages to get this to a player over in the box, it'll be a 2 versus 2, but it's too late as Uicrease is rotated back. He's instead going to go for the opportunity himself, but he's in the air. Trying to steal it off of Uicrease. Almost goes for the backward steal, but can't get it. Still very safe here for Swamp. Well, I'd say safe. Norbo going for the glove, but it's still in possession here. Swamp. Cheesemaster, however, recovers that off of a long self-pass. Egg now looking for a shot opportunity, but it's stolen there by Sonokido. And Tropics, I mean, they're really looking too predictable on these shots. Every time they go for a shot, and they want to line up one, it's very easy to read that. They'll just... Both Egg and G-Lore will both stare at the net. And then eventually go for their shot. And Cheesemaster will be in the air half the time. And then either shoot or pass. And it's been countered every single time. And you can see it's going to happen again. Uicrease clears it. The Dropta could get this, but leaves it to Dumbat. It's still 3 Tropics players up. Nearly. Stolen there. Possession. Whew. As the jumping meta has found its second, its next target. Sonokido, a good body block. Shuts down G-Lore all by himself. A beautiful play from Sono. But Egg, who has so far been having his own good plays, now has to defend against Sonokido and Uicrease. We're on a fast break. Uicrease is the answer here. Oh, but it's crossed way too far, looking for a deep cut. Doesn't work out, and that allows Tropics now to rotate back. It's a pass over to Sonokido, but G-Lore. Defensive prowess still remains on the side of Tropics, but where is the offense for both of these teams? Not a single goal for Tropics this half. This chance looks good, though. G-Lore's up. G-Lore's open. G-Lore needs to shoot, and it's saved. It's right into Noroblow. How many more times are you going to shoot into the goalkeeper before it's enough? Tropics, if they want to win, they're going to need to do better than that, as it's been a very quiet game for them. So many opportunities, but so many of them going to waste. Cheesemaster, however, has another one. He just shoots it! Dude, that just rolled in. It just rolled in, and Tropic all of a sudden, they're on the back foot still, but they find themselves in a much favorable position. But with only 2 minutes remaining, that's out! Tropics, this is the chance! Watch the clock very closely. As time is running out here. Whatever time zone you're in, all that remains is 2 minutes there, and that's not going to help at all as Yui Kreese steals it right off of Dumbat. Another jumping victim. Yui, however, just self-passes right into Dumbat. Good header. Sonokito in the way. They're just trying to get this out of here. Tropics into the top of the net, though. Cannot receive that save. And immediately, the goal differential resets back down to 2. The doomsday clock is ticking here. It's going to be a timeout. What has happened here? 4-3. That was the scoreline. And in a moment's notice, it was ripped away from Tropics. They're going to need a goal every 45 seconds if they want to make this one work. It's been a close game. Whew. Every single one of these games that we've seen that has just been inches away from being one side or the other has immediately fallen flat for one of these teams. You get into a position where you're primed to strike, and all of a sudden you just slip up. And this time around, it was the turn of Tropics. They had a 4-3. They had even more potential to win this game, or to even tie it and send us into our first OT. But that chance was vaporized immediately by Sonokito. Unless Tropics can somehow, in this next minute 30, pull off the heist of the century and actually get away with 2 goals in 45 seconds. Sorry, 2 goals in 1 minute 30. It's looking grim here. It's looking like a lower bracket run. But already, lots of the field covered here by Tropics. But time is being wasted. Time is of the essence. And Dumbat, critical error. Egg is back this time, though. Good rotation from him. Has the coverage there. But to pass to Yui Kreese. Egg is there. Defensive play doesn't work out. He clears it right into Yui Kreese. And that minute 30 that they could have utilized to score a goal will instead be utilized by Swamp. 3 goals now is the challenge. And 1 minute is now the time. How possible is it? It seems like it's unlikely. As Cheesemaster bums it out. The clear is there. Cheese and Dumbat both there to receive it. But Tropics, they don't have it. They don't have the ball in their hands. In the dying stages of this game, Tropics now looking for that opportunity that they so sorely needed earlier on, but Waldo not making this easy for them, not at all. As Swamp will stare into the eyes of Polar, moving forward into this bracket with 5 seconds left. Tropics, one more opportunity to score. But now Tropics will have to converge. As Swamp looking to put one more in as a trophy. The game is over, but the punishment is not! Dropped! We'll save it, though. Albeit a meaningless save. As the grim reality for Tropics is, it's a lower bracket run. Swamp claim what's theirs. They get their victory. And unfortunately for Tropics, all they get is Savannah moving forward. A team that has been so tough to beat for a lot of teams is now all of a sudden their enemies, the rivals. One of those teams will go home. That fate is yet to be decided, though. Swamp, as for them, a phenomenal second half. Beautiful shot opportunities, a 6-3 finish for them. They'll go on to play Polar in the upper bracket. It's not an easy team to beat, as they are currently lossless. But Swamp, with an aggressive nature, and with 2 champion leading strikers on their team, both of them winning together, who knows what can happen. But that's it for today. Tropics, unfortunately, could not capture what they so desperately needed. Swamp will advance up into the game against Polar. In the upper bracket, they still have another life left to lose. But as for today, I've been Razor. Thank you to Cairo for streaming. Thank you for Snarblex, Jamjar, and Vonsky all for reffing. Till next time, take care, stay safe, and have a good night.